Hail and well met. Welcome to the Westgate Irregulars. I am Eric Scott-DeBee, the very tall and very loud DM of this campaign. And these are the Dungeon Scrawlers. We are a group of people who have this Twitch channel, and the Westgate Irregulars is the name of our campaign. And we're going to go through and tell you about our characters, starting with Aaron M. Evans.
Hi guys, I'm Aaron M. Evans. You might know me as the author of the Brimstone Angels saga. For this game, I play Tsetseliya, who is a Rashemi half-elf, a witch. She's not a warlock.
Not a warlock.
I don't know who told you that. That's a filthy lie. I'm also really quick going to tell you about our sponsors. Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms is a strategy game that unites iconic Dungeons & Dragons characters from novels, campaigns, and popular shows into one epic adventure, which includes Farida and Havilar from the Brimstone Angels novels. The game is available for PC and Mac on Steam and web, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, iPad, iPhone, and on all Android devices, and now on the Nintendo Switch. For more information, check out idlechampions.com. And also, if you punch in the code at the bottom of the screen there, you can get yourself a gold chest code. So let us know if you get anything shiny, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Rhiannon Held. I have an urban fantasy series under that name, and then I also write space opera under RZ Held. And special today, along with many other special things, there is a short story that is a crossover. Basically, it's the Westgate Irregular characters in my space opera universe, and it is free to download until Saturday, May 23, if you're watching this later. And I will put a link in the chat when I'm done talking. And I play Artemisia, Power Run, half-elf sorcerer, very fashionable, and also very fond of lightning.
That's you, Emily.
That's you, Emily.
No, I thought it was Randy.
It doesn't matter.
Randy.
You're Randy. I'm Randy. Hi, I'm Randy. Hi, I'm Emily Tang. I'm a game designer at WISP. Disclaimer, all thoughts and opinions expressed in the stream are my own and do not represent Wizards of the Coast. And I am playing Kayleth Amakir, and a very technically Blade Singer, but really she's kind of into undead things.
Your opinions on necromancy in particular do not reflect it.
Except for some very weird employees of Wizards of the Coast. All right. Anyway.
Fair.
Stephen.
Hi, I'm Stephen Merlino. I'm a fantasy author. I just put The Jack of Souls, my first novel, on Amazon for free. So check it out, get it, download it for free. Read it now, read it later. It doesn't matter. It's on your Kindle forever. I play.
It's a cursed story.
Crumangleer, also known as Sturridge, and that's what he looks like right there. He's an arcane. What do you call them? God,
Trickster.
Trickster. Thank you, arcane trickster. And he's also just taken 2 levels of wizard because he just couldn't get quite enough magic out of the arcane trickster thing, and he's a bit besotted with magic.
Oh yes,
he sleeps
more than a
magic
bit. Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm Randy Henderson, and I'm an author in fantasy series from Tor, among other things. And I play Rogar Battle Baron. He's a dwarf cleric of Sharindlar, and after a vision, he is sent him on a kind of quixotic quest to discover and defeat the Bogglewomps, whatever they are. And that brought him to Westgate.
Fantastic. And you may have noticed that we have a special guest star with us. That is the creator of the panoramic and much beloved Forgotten Realms setting, none other than Ed Greenwood.
Hi!
Hey! Thank you for being with us, Ed.
Thank you for having me. Your joy will last shortly.
And Ed is playing a character named Erevan. Well, I guess we'll see if that's the deity of mischief and trickery. And thanks to Yang Yang Wang, who's working behind the scenes. He's taking Stong is taking the week off to spend time with his daughter, except that his daughter is in another dimension. So he's on a quest to bring her back.
His daughter is literally sheltering in place.
And
what place, we're not entirely sure.
No Rogar's recap this week. We're just going to get right into it. So, on a dark and stormy Dragon Coast evening, beyond the walls, you can see the smoke rising from the torches of the watchmen posted at the walls of Westgate, and you can see the city arrayed behind the wall. People are sitting outside the Leaning Man Inn, which is named after its sign, which leans slightly to the side of an otherwise noble gentleman on this sign. This inn outside the city is known for being somewhat cheap and kind of laid back. It's where people go when they can't afford a better place. And there is a mysterious cloaked individual in this tavern listening and sipping wine or ale or whatever, Ed, you might like. And the people are speaking loudly near you, obviously deep in their cups. And they're saying, "Victory! It was amazing. Did you see the Westgate Irregulars? And they had that fight with the Twilight Knight. Oh, it was amazing. Oh, and when Stong knocked that pillar over, that was great. Yeah. Well, what happened? Where did that giant ape come from? Oh, don't you know? Don't you know? That was the elf. That was the Blade Singer's magic." And his pointed ears perk up slightly. And they say, "Oh yeah, the elf. What was her name? It was something." And one of them says, "Here, I got it. And he pulls out this crumpled piece of parchment and he presses it out on the table. And he says, "Here it is. Kayleth, that's the one." The mysterious stranger perks up further. "All right. What does the mysterious stranger do, Ed?" They continue talking in animated voices about it.
He empties his drink. They don't make them like they used to.
Not in these lands.
And he leans closer to listen. He needs to hear all he can. Who are these people?
A band of adventurers. A folk of increasing fame and or infamy in the city, known as the Westgate Irregulars.
Lightning crash.
The mysterious cloaked stranger devotes himself to pretending to drink heavily. And he sinks lower and lower in his seat as if he's had far too much, and he's listening hard without appearing to do so.
And over the course of the next hour, you learn a great deal about these supposed heroes of the city and where you might find them, starting with the following morning. Artemisia Taran has shown up for work at the Silks at Dawn, which is a fashionable salon and boutique in Westgate. It has been a couple of days since the battle, and you've been feeling a little harried because all of your wardrobe is in another dimension right now.
Where?
The Briar House has not reappeared.
Oh no.
So, and wherever you're staying, maybe you're crashing at Stong's apartment. Maybe you have rented somewhere else to stay in the interim. Who knows? But the Silks at Dawn is a peaceful, relaxed place for you where you feel reassured because you're at least surrounded by beautiful clothes.
I'm assuming the bodies have been removed.
Yeah. Bodies have long been removed. Yes.
Blood.
Lots of cleaning.
And Artemisia was not the one who discovered the body in the Silks of Dawn, so you don't have PTSD flashbacks as soon as you go through the door.
Hey.
Excellent.
That is the
All
question.
right.
Is the door fixed? Because Starshin knocked the door in.
In point of fact, there is a carpenter working on the door as you approach. He's like, somehow somebody keeps getting in here. And you go inside and you find a number of patrons lounging on divans and near the fire. Obviously, these are the last of the folk who stayed over during the night shift at the Dawn and Dusk, when it is more of a club and sort of a bordello, if you will. And yeah, you just see some of these. That's a regular sight when you come into the Silks of Dawn early in the day. There is one person that you don't recognize, and that is a silvery, blonde-haired man. Well, what is the mysterious stranger doing, Ed?
He's admiring something that you can't see. It must be very tiny. That's in his hand,
Ah,
and he's sort of looking at it as if it's terribly interesting.
okay. Shay, who is the night warden at the dusk, puts a new cup of tea on the table next to the mysterious gentleman, and then comes over to you and she says, "Oh, hello, Artemisia."
So, did everything go
right?
Shay being.
Oh, sorry. What?
go well last
Shay
night?
Shay is a gray-skinned elven woman with red eyes. She typically dresses in black and darker clothes. She is of some drow heritage, you're pretty sure. And she is the right-hand woman of Illyrin Athelin, a merchant in the city, who the Westgate Irregulars sometimes work for, depending on how you look at it. And she is a terrible, irrepressible gossip. So she's like, "Oh, sorry, what? You were saying?"
Did things go well last night?
Oh, of course. We had very interesting people last night. Some of them are still here, including that one. She points over to the man looking at the thing in his hand.
Do you think that he wants to patronize the Silks at Dawn, or will I need to see him on his way?
Oh, I like how you said that. You sounded very tough, Artemisia. I think he would be interested in patronizing us, or at least he should be, because we have this marvelous emerald green silk that I think would look dashing on him.
Yeah, you are correct. Just one moment. I need to go get ready. And she's not quite as well put together. Like, obviously, she's working with not very good supplies at the place she's rented.
Now,
So
why
she's
don't
gonna
you
go in the back.
give us a physical description, since
Yeah.
the mysterious stranger has noticed you?
Well, she's gonna try to like go into the back, but when she comes back out and she's completely all put together, so half elf, brown hair, bronze skin, and it sort of her collar, and then sort of coming up her arms a little bit. You can see that actually the bronze, it's not so much skin color as like just all these little tiny little scales. But you can actually see it, like her clothing does show it. She's not wearing like the collar up to her neck that she used to. And her hair is all like beautifully braided up, and just beautiful makeup and just completely put together. Just a couple accessories, nothing too flashy. Also, her jewelry is in her house in another dimension.
Right.
For the ring.
Complicated.
Well, nobody can see the ring. There would be a ring if one could see it, but one can't, so.
Wait, what ring?
Right.
And she always wears, or usually wears, a really nicely tailored jacket and then leggings, but sort of a long tail on the jacket to get a sort of a sense of skirts, but then still having the movement of leggings.
Very nice. All right.
The mysterious stranger is interested. As in, he lifts one eyebrow and he's peering at you like, you look familiar. I don't know.
He is an elf. You can tell that by now that he's looking at you.
He's your type.
Maybe of middle years for an elf, maybe like 300, 350 years old, something like that. He's obviously older than you.
That's not hard.
Right. But like a mature gentleman is what we're saying.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
not
not
old, but well, yeah.
Yeah, not-
okay.
not quite
We're
as
just not going to dwell on it. You know, he has that agelessness that elves tend to get over time.
Well, she's got a job to do, so she's going to go over. Welcome to this this is the Silks at Dawn. Seeing it is daylight, and would you perhaps be interested in purchasing some clothing? I could foresee just a very beautiful ensemble if you would give me permission to suggest some things to you.
I should be quite interested. I haven't a thing to wear. Just these old rags.
Yeah,
So
he is wearing traveling clothes of some foreign exotic design.
You won't find me as ungrateful as most.
All right, you.
He's gonna
kinda-
go start various different pieces, sort of building an outfit. Give him some to look at, to feel the quality of the fabric, and then he can go and try them on. And so she's got a whole spiel ready.
And what might your name?
Oh, I'm Artemisia Charon. I manage the Silks at Dawn.
Ah, I am Aravan. Yeah.
Amakir?
Yes.
I know an Amakir. Would you be of the same family? Kayleth?
You know a Kayleth. There are many Kayleths in my past. How Kayleth would this one be? About your age, perhaps?
I would think so. Being an elf, I can't, say for certain. But I
Friend
mean,
of yours?
she is a roommate and a friend. We work together closely.
Oh. So, are you a reprehensible villain or a mildly interesting one?
I'm sorry. I must have misheard you. What did you say?
I asked if you were a reprehensible villain or a mildly interesting one, because the Kayleth I know is villainous. I hear of these things about universities.
Lies and slander.
Well, she is often late with the rent, but she's never set anything on fire at home. So.
Specifically not at home.
Be very clear.
I like a woman who chooses her words carefully. Yes, and I like what you're showing me. So please do go on. This is interesting. But not that one. Not that garment there. One must, in even a misspent life, be fiercely opposed to something, even if it's arising in a morning. So not that one, but all of these other ones. I like them.
Would you care to try them on?
Yes, I don't think I'm too filthy, so yes, I don't mind at all. And he stands up and begins to disrobe.
we have a screen. We had several screens for this.
Starting to go a little red.
Is she still watching?
And what do you use these screens for?
To disrobe behind.
Oh, so you'll go over there and disrobe and see. Dreadfully sorry. All right, thank you. And he toddles off behind the screens. Sorry to put you.
To be fair, it was
asking if you know a man named Sarshan.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so as shenanigans ensue at the Silks at Dawn, we find Kayleth on her way to the university to meet up with Aiden.
Unburnt university.
The Unburnt University, which narrows it down somewhat. It is, in point of fact, called Mintasan School for the Magical and Mighty, I believe is what I said. Anyway, it's named after Mintasan, a local civic hero. And you have set this appointment with Aiden and to discuss something of great import. But is anyone tagging along with you? There's your chance, everyone. Is someone tagging along with Kayleth?
I'm behind a screen with no clothes on, so
Yes. Aravan and Artemisia are otherwise occupied.
Who do you
All right.
want with you?
Oh, you managed to slip away on your own. Okay. So,
Because like I'll come and tell Aiden things, but I don't know what your the tenor of your conversation is. You may not want.
Oh, this is a private conversation.
Got it.
It's a very intimate conversation that's about to take place.
all right. So
You're
you
gonna dump him? It's fine.
show up at the Mintasan College for the Mindful and Powerful. And Mindful and Powerful. I correct myself. And Aiden does not have any lectures that day. You find him in the central cafe, drinking
hot
a
water over his feet
steaming.
again.
He has a steaming mug of. Well, he has two steaming mugs in front of him.
And
One is
Aiden-
obviously for you.
Aiden is.
Aiden, to explain to everyone, is he's a human man in his 20s or so. He looks like 1990s Johnny Depp. He has that kind of sallow, handsome, but slightly odd nature. And he wears all black sleeves and gloves and boots as well.
You know he's
And-
going to come to no good.
And he sees Kayleth arriving and smiles. He's like, "Oh, hello. Good morrow. Good morrow. This is for you. I got you tea. I thought you might like it."
Oh, thank you. What kind of tea is it?
I didn't ask, actually. Something herbal? He dips one of his hands in his mug, which is obviously boiling, right? But he says, "Oh,
What
so
about all those dead body parts.
so what did you want to talk about?"
So the wings.
Oh, the
You
wings.
do
Oh,
that at the Coliseum.
the wings, right? Yeah. Oh, sorry. I've just been. He looks even more sallow and wan than usual.
Do you need more hot water? Do you need more hot tea?
Oh no, I've just been soaking for a while. Keeps the limber, you know. How has that been going? Are the wings still? Do they still work?
Yeah, they've been working for there's
May I, like, touch your wings? Okay.
this is a wing.
He strokes your wing with his fingers, and a couple of feathers fall out of it. And he says, "Oh, I was afraid of this. The borrowed vitality only lasts for so long, and they're starting to degrade again."
Can you fix it again?
Well, yes. It's somewhat problematic, though, since the vitality that you borrowed is my vitality, and if I put in too much, I can kill myself. So, there's disadvantage to that strategy. Although I did come up with something else you could do:
Oh, what?
steal vitality from others.
So how much
I thought
would I have to steal and how
I
often?
wasn't entirely I wasn't expecting this reaction.
Wait, steal. Wait, what?
Steal vitality from others, such as by use of your vampiric touch spell.
Ooh, Andy.
How much would I have to do this?
That's a
Well,
shady question.
it ate up about half of my life force, so probably the full life force of a normal person.
For how long?
Oh, probably every day should do it.
There's lots of night masks in town.
We just fought a vampire.
I know. How ironic. Or is that coincidental? I'm not sure. I can never really tell. You seem upset.
I
Do you
mean,
need me to help you?
It
Because
is
I can
nice to
teach you more
find-
spells to steal vitality from people. I mean, not that I use them for that purpose, but you know, I happen to know these spells. Necromancer.
brain check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He had already pulled out his grimoire and was trying to look through.
I need a moment to think about this.
Oh, okay. Of course, of course.
It might be a little too far.
You know, if you need me to, I could probably install fangs. It makes it easier. No?
It's the problem with that. Everyone
Party
else in the
date,
rest of the
terrible people.
Irregulars hates vampires. They probably kill me.
Oh, that probably wouldn't happen.
Twice.
Are they retractable?
I can
They
make them
do retract-
retractable. But it would be more convenient if you could just do it with a touch. I need to think about this. All right. You go do your thinking. I'll do my thinking, and we'll talk again later.
Okay.
I'm really glad that your wings have worked at least as long as they did, and you know I can tide you over if you want.
Sure.
Okay.
Just a little bit more.
He starts casting a spell, and then he touches your wings, and you feel energy going out of his arms, and it's being drawn out of his body through his dead arms into your wings, which become more vibrant. And
She's not trying to kill him. It's just really nice to fight.
yeah, you see these black veins start spreading across his neck and up onto his face, and he's like, and blood starts coming out of his nose.
Don't worry, you're not a toxic girlfriend at all.
Not literally.
Girlfriend at all, period.
Foreplay.
He's wearing black gloves, but you're pretty sure he just coughed a bunch of blood on his hand. He's like, yeah, all right, we'll talk later.
Mm.
All right. Before Kayleth leaves, she's going to get him some more hot water from the cafe.
Oh, good.
Aw.
Oh, you're
Just like a couple bowls and stick his feet into them.
That's
Thanks for
so
the
sweet.
life force, honey.
That's so sweet. He
That's a
does put
tea.
his feet in the bowls of hot water.
And then she's going to say bye and feel kind of bad about it.
Kind of bad about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
All
And
right.
then she's going to go look for Rogar.
I need to get me a new boyfriend.
Well, in
Hey,
point of
Rogar.
fact, you happen to stumble across Rogar very soon after that interaction. He was, I don't know, maybe in the neighborhood, maybe following you. Who knows?
No, Rogar is at Big Edna's. And she
okay.
knows this. She knows
Yeah,
this.
you do know that that's his favorite eatery.
She's going to fly to Big Edna's because
Yep.
she can't.
Rogar.
The slightly damp air is bracing and wondrous on your skin as you're flying through
Mm.
the streets. You've missed this feeling.
Yeah, I really have.
Mhm.
So good.
And you arrive at Big Edna's. Is anyone else at Big Edna's or just Rogar? Is Stong performing at Big Edna's?
He- Hi.
I
Anyway.
say sure.
I'm
I'll be
just-
there observing my charge,
Okay. Well,
keeping Rogar company.
Yeah. Kayleth arrives.
Or should I not?
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
It's okay. I'm not even paying attention to you guys.
It's fine. Stong is trying out some new material, and you got to go suggest that he not do that.
I'm going to convince
So,
Big Edna that this is absolutely the hottest thing in Suzale right now.
Big Edna
Outsider
goes, oh,
folk
yeah.
music. It
Hmm.
will draw such a crowd.
He says, yeah, that seems reasonable. I think
Mhm,
you're right.
mhm. So you need to pay more.
Oh, is that where you're going with this?
Tsetseliya is Stong's manager.
This
Okay.
is true.
While Tsetseliya is making her persuasion check, Rogar heads over to talk with Kayleth. Right.
Well, when she arrives, I'm at a table.
Hmm.
So Rogar is a half elf. Rogar is very drunk right now. So can very well believe he's a half elf.
That's awesome.
He's a dwarf cleric. He's got mithril plate only. He's got his robes of Shardin these crimson rolls with a flaming needle on it, and his tabard, which is a little crumpled. And he's got his helmet, which has one horn sheared off and a little flower sticking out of it. And he's just drinking, and he's like, "Here's to the death of that bulbog, the Twilight, until Red." Oh, poor beautiful Red.
Fucking like, huzzah, huzzah. And one guy says, "Oh, poor Red, he's so handsome."
He was. On to the end of being distracted. Oh, the bogglewumps are coming, folks. The bogglewumps are coming. I mean, I don't know what they are.
Bogglewumps. Oh, boo, down with the bogglewumps.
Bogglewumps, eh? Cortical Thin was all like, "Go stop the bogglewump." But could he tell me what they look like? No. Could he tell me what they do? No. Thanks a lot. Gonna go well now. But, okay, I'll find them. Don't you people worry. I'll save you all. Somehow. I don't know. All right. Oh, Kayleth. Kayleth, hello. Kayleth. Come join me for a drink, class.
Another round right here.
Edna says, "Okay."
Convince Edna this is also part of the show.
Yeah.
It's on him.
Well, as long as they keep the coin coming in. Speaking of coin, you and me have some business to talk, lady.
Uh-oh.
Yes. All right, so they keep talking business. But Tsetseliya is very charming and very persuasive, so Edna is taken for a ride again, like he usually is.
Does it have anything to do with when Shorshan went around and killed a bunch of bards?
I mean,
Yeah,
you gonna do hire someone
doppelganger
else?
Tsetseliya?
Yeah, he says, "Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of demand from bards these days. We can't all be choosers. And
Song
not
is
a lot of
currently the
supply."
hottest act in Westgate by process of elimination.
Kayleth and Rogar, there you are.
Oh, Kayleth, have a seat. Have a drink.
What are you having? I'll have one of those.
Dwarven ale. I don't know if you can. Well, sure, have some. It's good stuff.
It's great. It's great.
Oh, it's the best, isn't it? Although there was this pineapple-y fruity drink that Shay made for me, I think, at Ilra's that was pretty good, but it's not.
Speaking of dwarven ale,
Aye.
remember that thing you asked me or brought up a couple days ago?
I was worried about you and the necromancy, aye?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not asking about me. I'm just
Right.
This is a friend.
Okay.
Let's say I have a friend who has a problem with necromancy.
Aye. Okay. And would like some.
And he has a possible solution, but it's more necromancy that he's not comfortable with.
Okay. Aye.
Is this something Sharnlar could help him with?
Help with necromancy? Or not?
Or like curing a problem with necromancy. Let's just
well, Sharnlar is the best. She's the best. She's beautiful and wise, and she heals, and she is good at the love, and she's the best. And I'm sure she can, like, whatever you got or your friend has got going on, sure she can probably heal it and bring him back. But I don't, I mean, I can't, I was just like a cleric, and I know some stuff, but I don't know everything. I don't know what a bogglewump is. Thanks a lot, Gordon Golthian, you bastard. Anyway, but I'm sure I can help. I can put you in the right direction. Yes, is what I'm saying. If you come to me for help, oh my God, this makes me feel so good. You came to me for help.
For a friend. For a friend.
Yes,
I really appreciate it. For my friend.
I appreciate you, Kayla, and coming to me and trusting me and giving me something to do, because I'm feeling a little lost, I'll tell you that. What the fuck is a bogglewump? Well, I used it. Sorry.
There's our one.
Only the one.
Oh, and I never used them. I'm sorry.
Poor Ronar. The depth of his feelings.
His cups.
Okay. So you've made a tentative pact to help each other, or at least to help Kayleth's friend.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
You're but a profane hand of the Lord.
Meanwhile, at the Purple Lady, Sturridge is waiting to receive his special parcel that he has left there, and one of the workers shows up and says, "Ah, yes. Well, here you go." Slides across the cloth wrapped parcel, which is pretty large, like a suit of clothing. Slides across the bar to you and says, "You were right to bring this to us. We do specialize in getting stains out of things." You're muted,
Muted.
Stephen.
What sort of
There you go.
stains?
Yes.
Anticipation.
Stains, right. Stains are bad. What about the other extra limbs problem? Challenge.
Oh yes, we got rid of those as well. You had left a little bit of the former occupant within, and we got rid of that. So it should be all clean and all ready. Would you like to inspect it? Perhaps
Yes.
try it on?
Well,
You were making it for yourself. You are a very slender person, are you not?
I am. No, I think I will take it now to an armorer who can make some adjustments.
Very well. As you like.
Thank you.
The lady would like you to come back come nightfall. She has an assignment for you, I believe.
Oh, well, I'd be honored. I always enjoy my meetings with the lady. Tell her I'll be here.
I certainly will.
So he'll sweep it up and head straight to. He would have already talked to an armorer and told him about this. He didn't want to bring anything nasty and drippy to the armorer, so he's going to bring this nicely clean parcel, and he's going to show the armorer the mannequin on which.
Okay. In point of fact, you have made an appointment with Etheras the Unlucky, who is your favorite smith and armorer in the city.
The scornful.
Yeah, he calls himself he calls himself more like the scornful or the disapproving, but most people refer to him as the unlucky because he gets the worst jobs. Anyway, you're headed that way when you come across a strange man in the street.
Hmm.
He's an elven fellow of indeterminate age. He has golden and silver hair that flows down to his shoulders, maybe farther. Kind of a tanned complexion. And he is walking, smoking his pipe, I assume.
Is he wildly attractive like so many elves are?
Well, he is wildly attractive like so many elves are, yes.
Heavy eye roll.
Meanwhile, Aravan, you have come across this very unusual looking fellow who clearly matches the description of someone you were looking for. Why don't you tell us about what Sturridge looks like, Stephen?
Sturridge is very lean, very tall, lanky. Think Snape, a little bit younger, lank hair, very long nose, however, and sort of walks with big, long strides, these big, long, lanky legs. And he has a plume of crow feather, sort of half cape around him.
Oh, he's fabulous.
He's looking at you a little bit side eye, and he seems to be ready to stalk right on past.
Ah, sir. Are you joyless and dead inside, or are you just awkwardly trying to fool others into thinking you're civilized?
Sturridge stops and looks at this fellow and says, "Are you beautiful on the outside and inside empty and vain? Or is that simply a preconception I bring from my previous encounters with your kind?"
Ooh.
Ooh, marinade in the light sauce of my mild displeasure. But you see keenly. I am indeed empty inside. Because I lack something.
Hmm.
I've come to this fair metropolis in search of a particular person. I'm wondering if you might have heard of her. Her name is Kayleth.
Hmm. Hmm. Insight check on this fellow,
Go ahead.
because after all, we don't just give such information out, strangers.
Oh, come on, you're human. You babble like a brook.
Let's see what Roll20 tells me. It tells me a 9.
He's very pretty.
Well,
You're not getting any particular hints from him. He seems clever.
her name
He seems to have matched up with your cleverness pretty well.
Her name is well known in this town. I think it would be fairly easy to find her.
And are you predisposed to help me in this regard, or just spurn me?
That just depends. I don't know you from Gorgar. So, what is your business with her?
I'm here to find out how she's doing. Yes, that's it.
That's convincing.
Now,
Really reasonable.
does this guy look like Kayleth? Because the only person that I would
Sort of a
think-
little bit.
does he
Like
have
they have
wings?
a similar complexion. He's wearing a cloak.
Is there a big giant lump on his back under the cloak?
I don't know, Ed, is there?
Not that I can see in this outfit. No, I'm not sporting a large lump at the moment. But yes, there are. I have magnificent shoulders. Think of a real world modern football linebacker with pads on. My shoulders look like that.
Mine do too. I have big crow plumes here.
Are you inclined to scorn me this day?
Are y'all
Measuring
having a shoulder
shoulders
off
from
right now?
Yeah.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Perhaps I can help you. If you would like to leave me your name, I would happily, and where you're staying, I would happily deliver that information to my friend Kayleth.
Well, my name is Erevan. What would be your friend Kayleth's last name, if I may be so bold?
Could this be?
I will be.
Could this be a multiple choice question?
Oh, humans are good at being preposterously stupid. Try if you can to be not quite so like a human, just for a moment, just for me.
Look. I'm not going to give you any information you didn't come here with already about my friend. So I will happily give.
Kayleth is your friend. Progress. We make progress at last. Perhaps I could accompany you to Kayleth, and then if she screams and runs, you can turn and hit me. It's what humans usually do.
Sounds like a fair deal.
The name is Erevan. I have your description. I will tell her your name and that I saw you and that you were exceedingly difficult. And if
Takes
she
one to know
knows-
one.
If she knows, if she knows of you and wishes to meet with you, she can meet you at the place.
I'll
you're
be
staying.
standing right here in the street.
Well, that's quite
As you can see, I'm strange.
Yes,
Oh.
passersby are definitely looking at this odd fellow. He's
Which
definitely
one?
eye-catching.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of you are very odd.
They're like, is this performance art?
Yes, there are some people who are like, is this a show?
How
Are the Westgate
avant-garde.
Irregulars doing a show? I think that's Sturridge.
Not giving kisses right now. Sorry. Talking.
That's all right. We haven't progressed to that stage yet.
Which one's the more well-dressed one?
You know, Aravan did just come from the Silks of Dawn, where he ended up in a very nice outfit. What is Aravan wearing right now, Ed?
He's wearing forest green silks, designed to emphasize the figure, as you see. And it has the usual daring aerodynamic codpiece, and you know, the usual things, the sort of things that a top flight establishment would sell the vain elf, and the elf would gleefully buy. And
In order to fit in, obviously.
yes. I mean, this is a tawdry human city. He would want to blend in and look as, you know, ragged and desperate and villainous as everybody around himself. So he would dress down like this, you know.
Does the codpiece have a theme? Is it like?
It just has turn signals and landing lights because he's in a human city, you know, and wouldn't want to upset the populace.
Right, okay. So
you signal your intentions, you see.
Mm-hmm. So Sturridge would say, very well, I'll tell you you'll be here in this street on the corner.
Right here.
Very well. Incredible discipline. I've always admired that about the elves. And Sturridge will continue walking.
Oh, talk dirty to me.
So Sturridge walks away. Aravan, you were standing there. You take another puff on your pipe. And you happen to glance at the nearby building, which is the Purple Lady Fest Hall.
No.
I don't know how I do it.
Okay, so the rest of the stream is that. Can I?
Yeah, right.
Tsetseliya, and
Yeah.
point of fact, it is your turn.
Oh.
So, Stong has finished up his performance and says, "Whoop, time to go back to the library and try and research more magic." And then he heads off.
All right. I assume I collected the fee. I'll pay him later.
You did. Big Edna is looking at you like, I don't know how you do it.
Very convincing.
Slides over those gold lions to you.
Cool. I suppose I'll go find Artemisia. I don't know. Are Kayleth and Rogar still hanging around?
How drunk is Rogar now?
I think I think Rogar might be snoozing at the table.
Should we try
But
and pick him up?
Kayleth has
try
left
and-
because she has other business, I think.
All right.
Boggle
Oh no, Kayleth is still there.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they're both still there then.
All right, I'll rock up and be like, "The out?
He's
I'm just having a short rest.
Okay."
should we should probably pick him up and take him. Otherwise someone's gonna strip him of his armor.
We could strip him of his armor. I didn't say somebody else did it. That would be mean. Okay.
Herself for. But no, we should.
This is in the common room
All
of
right.
this eatery. Why not just
He's
it
our
was
friend.
someone
We'll
else.
just have to explain.
Persuasion 20. Got it.
He's hot. He's hot. We're just
I
helping
have
him cool
dwarven.
off.
He thought he was a house elf a minute ago.
That's true.
I have dwarven constitution. Yeah, I'm sure I can walk. I'm sure I can sort of walk.
All right, so
I can
we're gonna
wobble. I can
get
wobble.
Rogar out of here.
Yep. Do we need to support you any?
Oh, you've supported me enough by coming to me for a help. That was such a
Just,
beautiful
you know
thing.
what? We'll just each go to the side, keep him upright, bounce him back and forth if we need to. He's too short to put on our shoulders, and he'll break you.
What about you?
I'm not too short. You're too tall. 4'2"
We're
is
too-
the perfect height.
I
You're
know,
all
sweetie.
too
It's the
damn
best.
tall.
There's the door. Let's walk.
Okay.
All right. So you walk Rogar out of the eatery and into
Yes.
the rain.
My intention is to go to the Silks at dawn, but I can be steered elsewhere because I don't actually think I know where Rogar is staying. Do you know where Rogar is staying, Kayleth?
Last I heard, he was staying at Big Edna's.
Why did we take him out of Big Edna's if he was going to stay there?
I mean, staying there, like laying down on a bench and pouring dwarven ale down his throat.
I mean, we could have laid him down on a bench, and now he's splashing around in the puddles in the rain.
Is it sobering him up? It
Of
can't be healthy to be drunk all the time.
So
all the time. I was preaching in the.
carriage-
Oh, sorry.
a carriage pulls up outside Big Edna's, and you recognize that it is a carriage for hire. And the window opens, and Artemisia has taken this carriage to come and find you.
Oh, good. I was going to come look for you. This makes it easier. Rogar's hammered,
Oh, all right. Well,
and it's
Get him
raining.
in.
Oh, I assume I also have Jigs with me, who is going to stink real bad when he gets wet. Jigs is a white wolf that is my friend.
Is
Is
he wolf
And
form
also
now? Or?
apparently, Jigs is always a wolf.
Jix is
Darshan
does
is
he
the
look-
one.
Darshan is the one who changes.
Oh,
No,
you're
no,
right.
no.
I forgot. We made him look like a dog.
Yeah.
a fluffy border collie.
Yes, he's a fluffy border collie
A little bow
with a pretty
on
bow on
Fluffy
his
quest.
collar.
On his collar. It's a little bow tie.
the
It
Artemisia
is
put
a
it.
magical charm to hide the fact that he
You know-
is a snow white wolf.
I missed the opportunity to have like the attack in the arena dislodge his collar and reveal him as a wolf to everyone, but whatever. He still
There are
looks like a
certain
border
people-
collie.
Certain people who don't need to know that.
Sure.
So
Jigs, my friend Jigs.
just
Jigs
get him in
listens to all my secrets.
The
He's
dog
such
looks
a good listener.
Quite pleased to see Rogar, and he kind of like he puts his head in Rogar's lap, and he looks over at you like, "I got this, no worries."
Thanks, buddy.
Okay, you pile
Therapy
into the
dog.
carriage, and as you do, Artemisia seems troubled, distracted by something.
What's up? Did you have a bad day at work?
Well, she
Does it
had
still
an
smell like
interesting
the dead
encounter.
body?
So, like an elf, he said he was of the family Amacure, came to the shop. I
It's a common name.
Did he fly?
no wings.
Oh, then
I mean-
he's probably related to it.
I assume that I didn't see like the silhouette of wings behind the screen, did I?
Mm,
Yep.
Now that they mention it,
Hmm.
Yeah, wings. I
Oh, were you looking?
silhouette behind the screen.
Do you think he needs money? Is that a thing?
But I love the smell of baseless verisimilitude in the morning.
So this elf fellow, he was in the shop?
Yes. I asked him if he knew you. He didn't really admit, but he knew about your trouble with university, he said. So it seems like he knew you. I assumed he's a family member.
so you're speaking of this when suddenly the carriage comes to a screeching halt. Just you all shake, and you hear shouting. From the front.
no.
And the driver leans down and says, my lady, I'm sorry, the crazy man in the street. He just made me stop." And then you see Sturridge appear by the side of the carriage. Like
Oh, that crazy man.
the feathers are a little bit damp, but he has clearly waved down the carriage to make you stop.
Shake off the feathers. Knock on the door. Enter. Why, hello.
So he climbs into the carriage with you.
Best way to get our attention. Jump in front of the carriage.
Is there
Get run
some
over.
urgency here? What?
Well, I'm happy to go this direction, and I noticed you looking out the windows, and I thought, why shouldn't I join my friends?
He has a big parcel in his arms,
What you got there, buddy?
which is it's finished, by the way,
Mm.
Sturridge.
I have a present from all of us, and from the Twilight Night.
okay, I didn't agree to this, so I'm not chipping in.
Already
But I will
paid
sign the
for.
card.
Jigs looks at Sturridge warily.
It's okay, Jake. It's okay.
Is it vampire things?
What?
Oh, question. Who's in the
Question.
carriage? Who's in the carriage?
Tsetseliya, Artemisia, a very drunk Rogar, and Kayleth.
Oh,
And
damn it.
Plus
Kayleth's
Jake.
right there.
Kayleth
Didn't
is
see you,
right there.
Kayleth. Didn't see you.
I thought that was why we were whispering.
I assumed you were like being very secretive with right there.
My vampire thing's just an aside.
Well, I mean, Kayleth might have been
Upstream.
sitting in shadow in the corner of the carriage.
So I guess it's out now. Kayleth, from the group, this is for you. From us and the Twilight Knight. Also, before I forget, someone named Aravan is waiting for you at the Purple Lady. Open it up. Open it. Open it.
Yeah, Airvan, that was the name.
Aravan, yes. Mhm.
All right, Kayleth is. All right, open it up.
It is, in point of fact, a folded or kind of like jammed together because they don't really fold very well. A suit of leather armor, studded leather armor. In fact,
Just like mine. Just like mine. We're twins now.
it
We
is.
are twins.
It is jet black and of some kind of leather that you are not immediately familiar with.
Ooh.
I
It's
don't know
not
what.
human skin.
No.
Okay,
Okay.
I already established this.
We
with
have
Steven.
to ask that question in this part.
It's fair.
I feel like at this point, Kayleth would be able to recognize human leather.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Which
Very
says
concerned
to.
right
Also,
Oh.
these go with it.
Are you giving her the bracers too? All right. So there's these. They've been cleaned up, but they were clearly like blasted by fire magic. They were the bracers that the Twilight Knight was
The
wearing.
Twilight
in the
Knight's
battle.
armor.
Furnished. Furnished. by fire.
Burnished. Yeah, there you go.
cool.
Thank you.
Yeah,
This
well,
is
it's from all of us.
Yeah, you deserve it. You monkey dropped him.
Oh yeah, was there like anything left of him after that?
That suit of armor, which was full of some flattened night.
That's where
The
all
bits that
cleaning
were
came
cleaned
in.
out.
Try it on. Try it on. There's places for your wings.
It's
Had
been
them
cleaned
done.
and repaired and altered.
I don't
Alright,
know if you want to try it on a carriage full of your friends, but
It's
cramped.
very tight and cramped in here, and you can't really.
Yeah, this is gonna
we could go to the
try it on once we get
lady
Let's
when
go
we
to the
get
purple lady.
someplace.
Let's go to
and
the purple.
get rid of this person tracking you around. Did you keep making that face when people say his name?
Yeah, who is
You
he, by the
should-
way, Kayleth? Who is he?
Do you have a secret husband? Because that would be amazingly hilarious to tell Aiden about.
Also, I
I
got
think
this
I would have
licorice.
remembered.
Maybe 50-50.
So where's the carriage headed right now?
Where
Well,
were
right
you
now
going,
it's stopped in the
Artemisia?
middle of the street.
I'm
It's
sure-
Artemisia's carriage, so
Oh, it is? I thought it was a hired
she
carriage.
hired it.
Oh,
She
Yeah, she
hired
hired
it,
it.
and we got in.
Yeah.
Then you
When I
stopped
saw
us and nearly broke our necks. And then you got in, and now where are we going?
what? Aren't we probably all staying at the Purple Lady? Because, I mean, that's
Oh,
the
I thought we were
safest
staying at
place.
Songs.
Oh, you really want to stay?
Some
Artemisia
of
is
you
not
can stay at
staying at
Songs.
Songs.
It's more likely you'd be staying at the Purple Lady.
Yeah,
I
Sturridge
don't like
knows
owing
better.
things to Illyra.
Sturridge
Makes
knows
her
better
smug.
than to stay at
Kayleth,
Songs.
Kayleth would have been staying at the Purple Lady.
All right.
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, and Artemisia too, probably.
Okay. Well,
I assume this was headed
So-
towards the Purple Lady anyways.
you all end up at
Probably.
the Purple Lady. What a coincidence. And okay, so the Purple Lady it's essentially a Westgate nightclub. There are people dancing, drinking, there's music all over the place. It is known for these purple silks that fall down from the ceiling and kind of wave slightly to give the impression of movement and wind. And it is slightly dark, it's dim illumination. Perfect for those of Fey heritage. And it is run by Illyra Nethelin, who is at the moment that you come in, laughing uproariously with a blonde, silver-haired elf gentleman in forest green.
Is she flirting with your
Alright.
secret husband?
And they
Are you gonna go mess her up?
they're at one of the tables, kind of one of the lounge tables.
That's the guy over there. That guy.
Ooh, he's real old, Kayleth.
All right. Over with.
And suddenly he notices you, and when he looks at certain of you,
Gonna turn around.
he lofts an eyebrow.
Illyra sees that you are looking
Gonna
at
turn
them.
around really quick and be like, none of you say anything.
She says,
Okay, I'm not
yes,
promising that.
Westgate Irregulars. And there's a cheer that goes up and everyone starts clapping and like shouting their fandom of you, you know.
Make sure
Someone
Rogar
in the
doesn't
crowd says, "Kiss me, Sturridge," and then there's laughter.
Make sure Rogar doesn't
Kayleth's
fall
gonna
over as
walk
he
over
bows.
there.
Yes. Also, do not let Rogar get any more beer in him.
And Illyra says,
Or those pineapple drinks he likes so much.
Oh, the pineapple drinks. Oh, they're so good. What a
I feel like we're gonna
shame.
make some opposed strength checks to keep you away from the pineapple
Shay-
drinks.
Shay
I
is
start
there-
looking in the
Oh,
shadows
yeah.
to see if she steps out of any shadows.
Press
And
to
lifting things.
digitate.
Shay?
Shay is
Yep.
there at the bar making drinks.
Oh.
All right, I can
Oh.
take a thing of water, press to digitate it, tastes like dwarven ale. Here you go, Rogar. Drink that up, boy. You're
Ah,
gonna
I love
like
that
it.
spell.
you're a good lad there,
Drop a
Sturridge.
pineapple in it.
Just a whole pineapple.
And
Okay,
Alexa.
pineapple slice.
Now remember, we've established that none of you actually know what a pineapple is. You just
Right.
cram together two words, a tree and a fruit.
Hey, it's something from Chipotle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that it is a thing, but you're not sure. You've never actually seen one.
Pure berry, Sturridge.
Okay. Yes, Illyra notices that you have noticed them. It's I have whiled away too many hours with you. Yes, here are the irregulars. Perhaps you want to talk with them in the private chamber?
What a capital idea.
Gonna lean over to Kayleth and be like,
Uh,
should we run? Should we make our weapons come out?
Oh, no, really.
she beckons to the group of you.
I don't like doing things because she says we should.
She's smiling. She looks happy.
Sturridge does.
Should do
Sturridge
it.
goes over to
Anyways, go on.
At Artemisia, she does what Illyra asks. So, okay. A little
I'm following
distracted.
Kayleth.
Artemisia likes to scan the room, but she's not going to get distracted. She's going to keep walking.
My friends, welcome. It is so good to see you this eve. May I present to you the Armathor Aravan Amakir, my first favorite Aravan.
We've met.
An old friend. I believe that he might have met some of you.
Indeed, this morning.
And
Old friend.
Nope.
as he says that, you notice the old elf's eyes are going to Artemisia. And over there. And to Artemisia again. And
What is
and
he
then
doing?
he says,
Oh, he does this sometimes. He's very analytical.
Okay. Stop analyzing my face.
very well, my dear. Hi, Kayleth.
Hi, Dad.
What?
Oh.
It's been too long.
Shall we adjourn to the private chamber? I think we should.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Illyra
I-
smiles. She's like,
What?
don't worry, I'll have Shay bring plenty of drinks.
The pineapple drink, please.
Give him any pineapple drinks.
And the elf looks at Artemisia and says, when I made a remark this morning about villains, that was why. He's nodding in the direction of Shay.
Okay. So, you head up to the private room.
Yes.
I
Yes. Okay. Cool. All right. Is that a good place to stop and take our break with that big revelation right there? I think it
Sounds
probably
good.
is.
Mhm.
All right. So we're gonna take a. We decided on our 10-minute break, and as a special treat to you, our loyal audience, well, we have Ed Greenwood here. Obviously, we couldn't not interview Ed, and we didn't really want to confine him to just a 5-minute interview. So what we did was we recorded what was supposed to be a half-hour interview this last weekend. Aaron and I joint interviewed him, and it went from a half-hour interview to a 2.5-hour interview.
Oh my God.
And so we have parts of that for you to watch and listen. We'll be linking on our website, but we have a snippet of it to play during the break. So enjoy that, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes. So around 7:45. Is that good for everyone? 7:45 Pacific time for those of you not in it. Okay.
Can add. I'm Canadian.
Great. And we shall see what befalls this new complication. So go away. We're back. Hail and welcome back to the Westgate Irregulars. Apologies for those technical difficulties. We are still working out how to make this all work just on our own without Gen Con's
No
benevolence.
technology can contain me.
Ed has a chaos aura, which is clearly affecting all of us. Those videos, all of it, most of it, will be available through links on our website, on our YouTube channel, all of that good stuff. So if you couldn't hear it during the break, my apologies, but that video will be available for you at some point, and it's pretty fun. I highly recommend it.
I tried.
Sorry you missed it. It was awesome.
Okay, well, the rest of the game for this evening, and then you can go check out the Ed interview. Okay, so when we left off, the Westgate Irregulars were in Lady Nathalin's private sitting room with Aravan Amakir. Who did you reveal yourself fully? That was a bad question to ask.
These children.
Did the wings
explode?
Did the wings come out?
Yeah, the wings now.
The wings came out.
Ah,
the golden wings.
Are they more impressive than Kayleth's wings?
Oh yeah,
They're way more impressive than Kayleth's.
Oh.
Like
Yes.
blinded by them.
And Ilora shows up. She's the one carrying the tray, not Shay. And she says, wow, that's a sight I haven't seen in quite some time. Put those away, Aravan. You're going to distract everyone.
Oh,
I am
the wings!
just staring at Kayleth.
Kayleth's casually just gonna start fluttering and lifting off a little.
Oh, you can still do that, Kayleth?
You dancing? What is happening here?
No, just casually flying, It happens sometimes. Just happens.
Yeah.
It happens sometimes, and then she turns into a monkey.
It's like you earthbound ones breathe. Or
Lord Amakir, I suspect that you did not come simply to have a flutter off with your daughter. What brings you to our
Is
lovely
that what we're
city?
calling it these days? I actually
That is so weird.
came to have a few words with my daughter. She would probably prefer that they be in a slightly more private venue. But
drop back down to the ground real quick.
See.
Oh, they're not yet that bad. Give me time.
Well, I can volunteer the use of Yon Alcove, which is magically warded against sound.
That would be wonderful. I admit I hadn't planned this over much. The problem with planning ahead is that idiots happen.
And sometimes the idiots are us, yes. I remember you saying such a thing, Lord Amkir.
Well, humans.
Yes, indeed. Yalkov?
Lord, he's a laird.
Okay, so you two head over to the magically silenced alcove where no one can overhear what you say.
Ulrich, can they hear us?
No.
No, he's an ass.
He's a laird. Did you know? Did you know her dad was a laird?
I knew that.
I kind of just assume all elves
You
or
didn't know
something.
that?
I mean, they act like they're lairds. No offense to the people, but you know, I didn't know.
Yes, many of us are. I am technically a princess.
That doesn't
Me
surprise
too.
in the
Wait.
least.
Yes, you are fabulous, Rogar. It is true.
I mean, Marcelea, she's a noble, so I don't see what the big deal is.
Do you think we should introduce them?
No, I don't think Marcelea
Oh
gets on well
no!
with elves.
Can we sell tickets?
It would be an
Actually.
excellent investment. Okay, so in the silenced alcove, Aravan and Kayleth, what are you going to talk about?
Hi, Caleb.
How have you been? How's mom?
Well, she's as good as could be expected. I think it's time for me to see where you stand.
I'm doing really well. I mean, I've been studying a lot. I've been practicing my blade singing every day, and
Well,
I'm very well respected in the magical community.
such claims are not necessarily. So I propose 3 tests.
Tests.
A test of swordsmanship,
Mm.
a test of magic,
Hmm.
and the final test. Let's see if you're up to the test. I've been hearing interesting things since I darkened the city of who you've been consorting with. I mean, yes, you have estimable companions out there. I mean, they're adventurers, and if you must consort with humans, adventurers at least have an excuse for their idiocies. They're adventurers. They seem all right, but I've heard of someone else.
I mean, my friends are more than adventurers. There's one of them's the a very one of the foremost businesswomen in the city.
And which one would that be?
Artemisia.
Ah,
One of
yes.
didn't you? I can tell from the fabric.
Yes.
And then Tsetseliya, she's oh shoot, did I freeze?
No, we can still
No.
hear you.
Okay. All right. And Tsetseliya is the top musical manager in all of Westgate.
And Cecilia and Artemisia, are they related?
They're half sisters
Mhm. Yes,
from a very, very esteemed family.
yes, yes. Well, they are.
I feel like I'm riding your coattails here,
But
but that's okay.
but back to the tests. I think it's time where you and I were a little more honest with each other. I know being honest is tiresome, and humans seem unable to do it for more than 3 or 4 seconds at a time. Usually at tender, passionate moments. And the rest of the time they can't manage the truth to save their souls. But you and I, we are of different stuff. So impress your disapproving father. It's time.
Okay.
Let's do this.
You two come out of the silenced alcove. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And what kind of expression is Kayleth wearing? Is it one of determination? Is it one of fear? Is it one of determination masking fear?
Determination masking fear, and she's staring very intently at her friends.
Dolores says, they're back. Is it to be the tests?
Yeah.
Of course, it's to be the tests.
Why does she say that like it's something everybody knows?
What
Test?
test? My lady, what
Is-
test?
Oh, Lord Amacure, may I?
Be my guest.
Lord Amacure is fond of testing folk to determine their progress and stance in with the sword and with magic and with the mystery. And so I suspect there are 3 tests that that our friend Kayleth now has to champion and master. She was about to say endure, but she did not say endure. Would you be needing somewhere to stay, Lord Amacure? Traditionally, each of these tests is on a separate day, if I recall correctly.
Yes. Here would be as good as any.
Perfect. I shall
any-
reserve a room for you.
Thank you. Yes. Here will be good enough. Could it be a room in which there's sufficient space for, swinging swords, hurling spells, all this tiresome adventure thing?
Well, I would have assumed that you would do your test of swordsmanship in the skies over Westgate, but keep your own counsel. I shall reserve the group room for you.
Thank you. No, we're going to do this on the ground.
Very well.
Hey, we observe. Are we allowed to be present?
Oh, certainly. I have no objection. Kayleth?
None at all. Quick aside to Eric, is there like a well-known hand signal for help?
I think by now the irregulars would have worked out the certain hand signals.
Actually, Artemisia was
not at all.
was going to jump in. Due to unforeseen circumstances, our home base is currently inaccessible, and perhaps the test should be delayed until that has been taken care of. I'm sure that Kayleth has favored weapons and spell components that she needs to gain access to that are locked.
And does the world allow you to fight only in your favorite fuzzy pink slippers when you're rested and well fed? Does the world give you preparation time and make sure that the right music is playing? No, the world bitch slaps you when you're not expecting. And so shall I.
Well,
It
if you
sounds
are
like-
going,
We should go get Kayleth some, armor.
Actually, I just got a new suit of armor. Allow me.
Yeah.
I'm going to go put it on.
By all means. It won't help. I mean, by all means.
so you wish to commence the first test immediately, not in the
Okay.
morning.
Oh, sure. Why not?
Kayleth,
Oops.
do you want to do
That's
that?
like an internal oops.
By all
Outwardly,
means.
she's going like, by all
Don
means.
Don your armor. By all
So
means.
yeah, so Ilra's looking around at you, and she has a certain amount of insight, and she lays one hand on Eravan's shoulder and says, "Perhaps we can leave it until the morning. I am so much enjoying reminiscing with you."
Oh, well, in that case, sure. I mean, after all, it is your house, your room. I would not wish to rush things.
They're gonna go reminisce.
What an
Yes.
inversion! Well then,
I think
Kayleth,
we're
we
gonna
shall
go
see
help
you in the
Kayleth.
morning.
Yeah, let's go. I'm frog marching
All right.
Kayleth out of here. What is that?
And as Ilra walks away with Eravan, she says, "Do you remember the time when Ildar was trying to master the backswing and you just kept tripping him? It was very funny.
You know,
Right.
if we told half the stories we know, little minds would be blown all over the city.
Or
Let's
folk
do
would
it.
folk would expire of old age, for we know so many stories.
Well, there's that, yeah. And
All
off
right.
they toddle.
Off they toddle.
Hands on each other's shoulders.
Just the shoulders.
Well, Ilra is very
Well,
careful.
where does the shoulder end? You know?
Ilra is very careful to avoid Aravan's bare flesh touching her bare flesh,
Yeah.
which I
Okay.
believe at least some of you know why that might be. He doesn't seem to know that. Like, he reaches for her neck and she kind of
Mhm.
moves subtly and it ends
Mhm.
up on her shoulder instead. Anyway, all right.
All right.
So,
the door shuts.
yep,
We're alone
leaving you
now?
alone in that meeting room.
Now I can be like, what is happening here?
So I have a
You're-
confession to make.
You've got a
Your
couple.
father is very intense.
I've been practicing my blade singing.
No,
No.
we've been here, Kayleth.
No
We
shit.
know. You
Shit.
keep forgetting to sing when we're in the middle of fight.
Yeah.
What happens if you fail this test?
He gets more disappointed.
That's all.
Oh,
No, he can
He's
slur.
At the
already-
very least. He
Yes.
tells mom.
Okay.
He's already disappointed in my whole
You-
race. So-
having faced
Okay.
the disappointment of the Holy Mother so many times, I fully support you, Kayleth. Whatever you need, I am there.
Okay.
That's
Putting
beside the
moms
point. I
overrated.
just need to
Point
get through the
one.
tests.
Okay, we're gonna buff the shit. Buff the dookie out of you. I got 3 things I can buff you up with: Long Strider, protection from Fae, because he's Fae, right? And jump.
That's
For
awesome.
free.
I didn't even have to ask. I was
You're
going to ask, like, can you just like pump me up a little?
Buff the crap out of you. Yes. Who else?
Okay.
Because we're your friends.
I need to be able to like convince my dad that I'm, good enough.
You're gonna be more than good enough.
I mean, sometimes whatever you do isn't enough. So be like aware of that before you go into it.
And he's terrible.
Artemisia just learned that lesson from our stepmother.
What is
So
that? No offense, sir.
That's just dad being dad.
That's a crap excuse.
Hey, my public persona is a prick. I've worked on it for you.
carefully, yes.
It
Culture.
avoids unnecessary, what is the word? Conversations. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's hell in here. Coming
It's
up
just-
with rude things to say every 5 seconds.
I can give you freedom of movement from Sharon Lar, which will allow you to move unaffected through difficult terrain if that becomes an issue, or free yourself from constraints. And I can give you some guidance, but that will only briefly. It's a quick blessing the first time you attempt something like an ability, or you can get a little bit of blessing on that. So that will give you a boost right at the start, at least if it's an ability that he's testing. That's what I can
You
offer.
can give me.
Do you know what what you're gonna have to do? You have to fight him with a sword? Is he good?
I was presuming so.
I mean, I feel like we can't really bet on him being crap.
He's
It
a
seems like
karma
that's
thor.
gonna blow up in our faces. What was the second one?
Magic.
Okay. Do you have an idea of what kind of magic? If someone, for instance, stood behind you and cast a lightning bolt,
It's whatever he feels like at the time. It changes.
so if all of us kind of stand behind you and then just do a little this,
Yeah.
Well, we need some
Okay.
kind of obscuring smoke or dust or something. And then he couldn't tell who the smell was coming from.
Well, I think it'll be obvious when it'll be obvious that something's up when there's this giant cloud of dust coming out of nowhere. It just has to look like,
Tactic.
it just has
We
to
use
look like
it.
it's
Song
coming
and I
from
use
you.
it in the arena sometimes.
And I mean, it is coming from me, just with a little extra push from you guys. Hopefully.
I'll give her a bless, which gives you +4 to attack and save rolls, which will come in handy.
Plus 1d4.
Plus 1d4, sorry, yes.
Mhm.
And then
Should write all these down.
I mean, what I can offer you is I can run interference and talk your dad's ear off. Convince me you're amazing. People do tend to like to listen to me.
oh, Sturridge, can you charm? Work the father's side of things.
No,
Yes.
no,
not
please don't.
Sturridge.
Please don't do that, Dan. I just need to just get through these 3 tests, and then he'll go away, and he'll stop bothering me, and then I'll start writing home every now and then, like I promised I would, but I never did.
So Sturge is going to re-roll the next day's Sturge's prescient eye. He has a 19 and a 9.
Okay. All right. You want to fast forward to the following morning?
So the plan is just load her up with spells, just like super up, and then
we're not doing spells from like behind a desk cloud or anything, right?
This is the
Because
fo- the
Artemisia
sword
doesn't have
fighting
that
one.
much. That yeah.
So we should,
no, just like soup up her stat so she can at least look more awesome than she.
I'm really more in the business of making people hurt than making people stronger, but it will. With my
So-
words.
Kayleth, do you put on the armor that Sturge gave you?
Yes.
Okay, it is stud leather armor +1.
And
So
with Stong,
natural AC of 13 plus your dexterity bonus, unrestricted.
All right, so I'm at a 15 now. Yeah.
And
Yay.
the bracer.
Do you put on those bracers that he gave you?
I put on the bracers.
You feel filled with strength. Your strength score increases to 19 while you're
Oh,
wearing
wow.
the bracers.
You needed that.
They are gauntlets of ogre power.
Okay.
19 gives you a +4 bonus. On
I was
strength
gonna go in there and like
bases.
lift the table.
Yeah.
All right, so just so you know, Sturge is going to cast Longstrider. It lasts for a long time. And jump on her, and then protection from Fae, which is protection.
So what do those do?
So jump allows you. Oh my God, you have a 19 strength now. You can freaking
Yeah.
jump.
Yeah. Wham!
You have to attune to the gauntlets in order to use them, though. So you can only be attuned to so many magic items. If you have if you have 2 that you're already attuned to, then you would have to drop one of those that you were attuned
I have the
you?
sword, and that's it.
to. The sword doesn't require attunement. Okay,
All right, then
you're
I don't
good.
have any.
I just realized I could hex your dad and give him disadvantage on ability check.
Nice.
I don't know if
No.
that would be
I like
good.
how you're all like, we're gonna cheat this so much.
so hard.
We love Kayleth. She
That's
is an
right.
integral part of
Kayleth
this
thought she was
team.
gonna have to like wheedle you into it.
Your
Well,
dad is terrible.
And
This is all
Rogar's
that like
so
Artemisia would
happy.
love to do for Marcellea, but like doesn't actually admit that she wants to do. But she can
Yeah.
admit that she wants to help Kayleth do it to her dad.
This is also this thing. You have gathered to you a lot of people with parent issues. So we're really all acting out our own psychic wounds. I would like to hex my dad. He's not here. So I'll offer to hex your dad.
Okay, so
Oh,
the following
how
the following
touching.
morn,
So can I just give her a quick
But only
rundown?
with your consent.
So the protection from Fae means you cannot be afraid, or charmed, or possessed by your dad.
assuming that he's
Kinky.
Fae,
Assuming he's
goodness.
Fae, I don't know. And then the jump thing triples your jumping ability, and basically you can jump like 20 feet straight up, and
No.
Oh.
This is where you remind her where the ceiling is,
That is
so
an
she doesn't
excellent point.
like spread her brains in a nice
Yeah.
long,
And then Longstrider gives you +10 to your move. So you've got a little more movement. Okay, that's all. Sorry.
okay, so here's the thing. The scroll of protection, that's what you're talking about, right? The scroll of protection, what it does is it creates an area, 5-foot radius, 10-foot high cylinder, For 5 minutes, this barrier prevents creatures of the specified type from entering or affecting anything within the cylinder. It's not the same as protection from evil.
Oh,
Protection from evil and good is a totally different spell.
oh, well, that's what I'm using.
Okay.
And you choose Fey, Undead, or whatever. I figure Fae's the closest thing. I don't know what he is. So if it works, it works. If not, he might be a celestial.
Weird casual fantasy racism flying around tonight.
Wow. Okay. You don't choose one of those things. It affects all of those things.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes.
That's handy.
Yes.
So if he's a vampire, that's going to be useful too.
I mean, yeah. Technically, I guess if he was a vampire, that would be helpful.
Okay.
Fangs a lot.
He'd be so proud of you then, with your new fangs and your zombie boyfriend.
All right. Well, yeah, this could go totally differently. All right. So in the morn.
Sorry, we wrecked your twist, Eric.
Who's the stiff?
You didn't wreck any twist. Don't worry.
Oh my God,
Yes.
Corey, I know. Oh.
Mhm.
Okay. So in the morn, Illyra and Shay collect you to go to the group room, is what Illyra referred to it as. You see that there are those of you who were up at any point during the night saw servants like taking things out of that room, like beds, divans, pillows,
I
things.
was gonna say, since it's the group room at a fest hall, I'm hoping to clean it really well after.
Yeah, there's somebody walking
Nobody
around.
touch anything.
Somebody walking
No black
around going,
lights.
prestidigitation, 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 prestidigitation. Yeah, it's a large open space. It is 60 feet square, essentially, with a pair of double doors that lead into it, and other doors that lead into corridors, smaller rooms, secret, hidden doors, peepholes, that kind of thing. The ceiling, in point of fact, is 35 feet high, and there are rafters holding up the ceiling. This is the room above the main dance hall, basically in the center of the building.
Long fall
People are here
territory.
normally, then they can just hear the music coming up through the floor.
Mhm.
Oh, damn it. The third test better not be, and if any of your friends helped you, you fail.
I mean, you have to prove it first.
That's
You'll
true.
just be slick.
All right, so tell me what all you're doing.
I'm gonna lean over to Kayleth and be like, "Okay, should I hex your dad?"
You'll notice. Yeah,
What if I
very
do it
sure.
while
Pretty sure you'll still notice though.
Okay, here's what's gonna happen. If you start losing, I'm gonna hex them. But if you're doing okay, I'll hold that in my pocket for tomorrow.
Oh, highly creditable for an adventurer.
You talking to me?
Oh, what
Is
about
Arabin
the
already
song?
there?
No,
he-
he's sort of addressing the ceiling.
Yeah, he's walking. He's inspecting the room.
So is Stong there?
No,
Song is
Stong's
not there.
looking for
Ah.
a way to get to Briar House.
Yeah, because he
Mhm.
could have given her
Oh,
like
gotcha.
strength of a whatever.
Yeah.
Stong is snoozing in a
Speed
library
of a-
somewhere.
Does Rogar have like a? Doesn't he do inspiration or something?
Speed of a raccoon. Oh yeah. Of course, I gave an inspiring leader speech. I gave you a whole speech about life and overcoming parental pressures to create your own life in your own space, and you get 10 extra hit points,
Ooh, nice.
temporary hit points.
10 temporary hit points. Yeah.
Wow. That must be a nicely thickly spread pile of steaming inspiration.
And
That's
and
very inspiring. Thank you very much.
what buffing spells are you planning to put on Kayleth?
Bless, and then freedom of movement.
Now remember that you can only concentrate on one spell at a time.
All right, freedom of movement is not concentration, and guidance is
Okay.
a cantrip. So
Okay.
guidance is just her first ability roll. freedom of movement is touch and it lasts an hour. Bless, I'll bless right before I'll suddenly do it right when they're about to engage. So it lasts.
Well, I'm assuming all of these get laid on before we walk into the hall.
Yeah.
I watched them being cast.
Out of sight of Kayleth's dad.
We're lined up along the hall leading into the thing. As she passes us, we just
It's just like, yeah, high five all the way through.
And then are you coming in to watch?
And Sturridge has put Long Strider on her.
Yep. And jump.
Might as well jump.
And protection from evil. Parents. Protection from
What
parents.
is protection from
Protection from parents. That should be a spell.
Okay, jump only lasts for 1 minute. You know that, right?
Right. Oh, I
start this party when we walk in.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
That's why I'm casting bless right when they're about to.
Okay.
I'll just look like I'm praying. I'm just praying for her. That's all.
All right. So, Aravan.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me how long the traditional saluting and acknowledgement takes?
Oh, no. We're going to be very informal here. I usually try to project an irresistible melange of passion and wit, but these are adventurers, so why bother?
So only 10 minutes is what you're saying?
Yeah, only 10 minutes.
Damn it.
In the middle of this, I'm going to lean over to Kayleth and be like, I'm just going to say my hair's going to last for 8 hours.
Well, that's a general good for you, not actually.
I'm going to be kind and assume Tsetseliya understood that and not went, oh yeah, cool, okay.
Well, the freedom of movement and the long strider are still active.
So, Kayleth.
And the guidance is still active because she hasn't actually done anything yet.
And I haven't begun to bless until they engage.
Are you ready?
Oh, you're going to cast a spell while he's standing right there.
As I said, I'm going to.
I mean,
all it looks like is I'm praying. I'm casting. I'm blessing her.
Okay, make a deception check, please.
Well, no. I assumed we were doing all this before because
okay.
It would say, "Do it on me" while my dad's in the room.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. There's this long, formal challenge and salute process, which may have been intended to burn out the duration of buff spells.
The noblesse, I'm afraid, if I cannot do it in the room.
Noblesse, then.
I mean, I will totally run interference for you, Rogar. Maybe you can't make the deception check, but I can be very loud.
She's gonna talk. Okay. I am married. I am married, you know.
I'll hold it in my pocket like Tsetseliya.
Okay. Are you ready, Kayleth?
What are we doing this to?
Well, traditionally, you would fight until one of you yields or until the first blood, which is half of one's hit points.
However, I have devised a different test. Kayleth, set aside all of your bladed weapons. All. Including all the hidden ones. If you need me to turn my back, I shall. All.
We have the one.
Really?
Yes.
You're an adventurer.
Laura, who is playing second to Aravan, is like, well, she's technically an adventurer.
Rude.
I meant that as a compliment.
She's an irregular.
Well, one elf's treason is another's new path to the future, perhaps. Okay, so you set aside your weapons, and these are all of your weapons. You assure me that these are all of your weapons?
Yes.
Very well. You shall fight with this. And he reaches into his sleeve and he brings forth a dagger that's this long.
How long?
Beautifully made. This long.
Yeah, we can't really see.
Hold it up to the camera.
If you've
Oh.
okay. So once you've grasped it between thumb and forefinger, there's about a half-inch of needle-thin blade showing. Like great for cleaning your nails. Yeah, yeah. And he hands it to you, hilt first. You shall fight with this.
And what are you fighting with?
We'll get to that. Your objective is to draw blood, if you can, from me.
Any
This
blood?
test will stop instantly and only when I say done.
Any blood?
Hmm?
Any blood?
Any blood of mine.
It's an important clarification.
And then he backs away from you. So he's about a dozen paces away. Unfurls his wings. And draws his blade. His full length blade.
Oh, sight.
I'm a
Where are
blade
we on the
singer.
X?
I'm a blade singer. You're a blade singer. And he does this with his blade, and it hums, and the air sort of blows. He says, right, come at me, draw blood.
Ding.
Those of you who are very perceptive, you notice that his blade is a thing of beauty, and it is an archaic relic from some ancient elven craftsman. And in particular, the blade has runes across it, and at its hilt is inset a moonstone.
Is it better than Kayleth?
Recognize the blade?
Oh yeah, That's the Amicare family moon blade.
Ooh. Are these two singing, or does he sing, or does he just wave his sword around?
The sword makes a very, very faint musical sound as it slices the air.
So
But he's not singing, and the sword is not singing or playing a musical tune.
He is kind of singing, but not with his voice, and not with the voice that the sword generates. He's singing by moving the sword. It's the blade singer thing.
And you notice he can do the Omer thing. He can let go of it, and it will hang in the air until he takes it.
Sturridge would say something snide, but this is way too impressive.
Oh, go ahead. Say something snide. You're an adventurer. You're supposed to master being brutal and vulgar. And, we should all celebrate our achievements. Go ahead. Say something snide. I've heard it all before, though.
Should see my hammer of love.
Keep the codpiece on.
Ilona says,
this morning, just out of curiosity.
Hungover?
I said, yeah, are you hungover? Are you still a little drunk?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm not hungover. I'm a dwarf.
You're still a little drunk. Yeah.
Whatever. I maybe a little bit. Okay.
So in a very conversational manner, Ilra points out, she says, technically as his second, I'm supposed to keep you from interfering in the battle.
Why on earth would we interfere in the battle?
Exactly.
Right.
Good, I'm glad we understand each other.
Look over there.
All right.
Rogar, you're hilarious.
Aren't adventurers quaint?
So we don't really have initiative going on, and I kind of think that Aravan is going to wait for Kayleth to make the first move. So Kayleth, you can go first, and then you can take turns taking actions.
How far away are we from each other?
You start off about 20 feet apart.
All right. Kayleth is gonna start singing, and she has to sing, unlike her. And then
it's the first question on the test is how good is Kayleth's blade song, right?
So if Aravan's is like this gentle melodic hum, hers is like she's still learning all the basics in choir. Still having to run.
You're the one, there is no other, so here's your sword, you funky mother. Like that or different?
Exactly like that.
Typically, when you've all heard Kayleth's blade song in the past, it has sounded beautiful and wondrous. But now that it's compared with the music Aravan's sword is making, you can hear the atonalities and difficulties and clumsy phrasing. It's odd. It's very strange.
So where are all the exposed flesh portions in Erevan?
Oh my God, Emily.
And you just keep setting him up, everybody.
Well, did Erevan wear his armor? Probably not.
Nope.
Okay. Did Erevan wear his shirt today?
Nope.
So Erevan is stripped to the waist,
Yep.
down to the waist, and most of the way up to the waist.
Yeah. I didn't do it in full role playing because hey, I'm a hairy old guy with a belly. Just you'd have to fight so hard to overcome that image. Think of me as a fluid, graceful elf. Buff. With a 12-pack, not a 6-pack, a 12-pack. And some of them are open. Some of them are open and they've been drunk already.
All
Chris
right.
Hemsworth with wings or something.
Emily, go ahead and take an action. The song is a bonus action. So.
Yep. She's just going to lunge forward, cross the hall, and attempt to slash him across the chest.
Okay. Go ahead and attack. Give me a roll.
That would be a. All just got updated.
What?
Character sheet.
Yeah, I updated all in D&D Beyond, and then I figure out certainly where all my stuff is.
D&D Beyond, which does not sponsor us, but it's an excellent product.
They can start sponsoring
You can-
us anytime they want.
I think, do we have the little plug-in thing where you can see our character sheets in D&D
Do.
Beyond too, somewhere up here? A little bee that you can click if you're on a computer.
Oh my gosh, I did write this down.
Check out our character sheet.
So-
15 kind of spells we all picked when we leveled up.
And there is links to our D&D Beyond character
So
sheets on our
before-
character profiles on our website.
Before she rolls this, can I just go ahead and say, I remember this is the 19.
So it's a 15.
Yes, you can indeed use your diviner sense to modify her roll. Yes.
Yeah, I saw this in a vision, and I saw two ways this could go, and we're just going to prune this way away and go with the 19.
Okay. So that little dagger probably just does 1 point of piercing damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus your strength modifier, because I got the sense you're just kind of like brute forcing it, right?
Yep.
All right. So since your strength is 19, that means you do 5 points of damage.
Does that draw blood?
Nope. You do you kind of like swat him, but he moves adeptly aside.
Didn't even hit?
Well, you did, but you didn't do enough damage to draw blood. That's
You
that's
like
what I'm
scratched him.
Yeah.
Like one of those.
Well, it seems
Just,
like you should have.
extend it further. Just a little more.
Guys, you have to be gentle with Ed. He had heart surgery.
He shaved a little bit of golden hair off his forearm.
Caravan, what action are you going to take? Are you going to
I'm
continue?
going to
be defensive?
sidestep and I'm going to dance around behind her.
Ah.
And I'm not attacking.
Are you?
I am,
taking-
however, parrying.
Okay, so you're doing full defense.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That gives Kayleth disadvantage to attack you, unfortunately. And while you have the blade song going, remember that gives you the intelligence bonus to your armor class. So your armor class is pretty good. All right, Kayleth, your turn.
You're
I'm
muted,
behind
dude.
you.
Yep.
I'm right behind you.
Hey, let's
Singing in your ear. You'll never walk alone. No,
Kayleth is going to whirl around and just try and slash it. Actually, no, she's going to lunge forward and try and grab him around the neck.
Okay.
And
Make an
hold
attack
him
roll.
so she
You
can slash
have
further.
disadvantage. So roll twice. Take the lower.
So for level 8, I took the lucky feat.
Oh.
Ooh, very nice.
So I
Good.
can re-roll one of those.
I suspect a couple of you took the lucky feat. Anyway, okay.
I'm going to re-roll one of those.
Okay.
14.
14 is not successful.
So that's the grapple attempt.
Yeah. You got a 14 or you rolled a 14?
I got a 14.
Okay. So yeah, you failed to grab him.
I get down on one knee and I just start praying. I'm not casting anything. I'm just praying right now. Oh, Sharin-Lar.
I'm gonna start talking to Illyra about how Song should totally play his new music in the Purple Lady.
Okay.
The Big Edna is trying to get an exclusive, so if she wants in on this, she's gonna have to get in.
Make a deception check.
I mean, I'm not lying.
Well, I know, but you're distracting.
I know.
You're fast talking.
21.
Oh. See, I think that skill should be called fast talking rather than deception. That's
Yeah,
more
it tends to be something between deception and persuasion that Tsetseliya does. But fortunately, I had the same number either way. So.
Okay, hold on one second.
So, am I going to dance around you all day, or are we going to fight?
If I see a moment where both Erevan and Illyra seem to be not paying attention, distracted, looking away from me, I'll potentially.
Yeah, Illyra is not taken in. She's like, "Oh, really? That's fascinating."
You're not even listening to me. You can at least pretend to be listening to me.
I could.
Oh, Sharon.
All right, so Erevan, you're doing total defense again?
Yes, total
All right.
defense. By the way, when your process of extermination begins, let my death be as swift and painless as you can conveniently make it. I should hate to be more bored than I already am.
Emily, what does Kayleth do?
Snarl.
Yeah.
She's going to try and trip him.
Nice.
Okay.
How is what is that?
It's just an attack roll, the same as what you have been doing.
All right.
And remember, it's probably strength at this point, so it's +4 plus your proficiency bonus, which I think is 3, so it should be +7.
Yep.
Okay.
So is it still disadvantage?
Yep, because he's still fighting defensively.
Roll a 12 for my low one.
So you got a 19.
19, yes.
By my calculations, his armor class with the blade song is 20.
Oh man!
So you sweep your leg in, and he sweeps his leg gracefully over your leg. Okay.
This is customarily where we change partners in the dance. And
This
he
is what
twirls
I
away.
hated about your test the most. Just your constant quipping.
Hey, I'm a dad. I make dad jokes.
I hate dad jokes.
Have children so you can inflict your humor on them.
This time, can I try to talk to Illyra about how she knows
The
this
way
guy?
it works.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is still distracting. Do I still intended to
Yeah,
distract?
go ahead.
That is instead a 22.
Wow. Okay. This time she's kind of pulled into your conversation because it's more engaging for her. And she's like, yes, this was always very funny when he would do this to my brother.
You have a brother?
Well, I did for a while. Yes.
I'm asking you.
So she seems distracted, and Erevan seems really engaged in the quipping with his daughter. If they both seem to not be paying attention to me and sufficiently distracted, I'll maybe cast. In the midst of my prayer, I'll bless Kayleth explicitly, not just in
He's
words.
blessing your knees.
Well, we met in a city not too far from here, in fact, and we're together for a time, and he adopted me into his household, and then he left on a quest.
Hold up. Question 1. When you say together, do you mean together like you and Mirren, or together like...
Yes.
What?
He's not my brother by birth. obviously.
Wait, are we talking about Aravan or are we talking about your brother that you just dropped on me right now?
The brother dropped on you right now.
Oh, got it.
Aravan was his blade master.
Oh, so that's how you know each other.
Yes. Oh, obviously we've had sex before. Obviously.
Cool. Does Kayleth know that?
She does now.
Oh, the images. Oh, amazing.
Oh, Kayleth. You're
Anyway.
one of us. You know what that entails.
Does it entail me stabbing you with this tiny knife anytime soon?
If you can manage it. I was thinking more of, it's like, oh, and is it time for lunch?
You gonna make an attack roll again, Kayleth?
Yep.
Did I slip? Did I slip my bless in there?
Your bless went through, sure.
Okay, so you get +4 on. You can add
Plus
a D4.
1d4. Yeah. So roll with disadvantage and then add a d4 to your result.
Well, that worked.
That's sarcasm.
Well, it slipped. So the first one was a 19, and then it slipped out of my hand and landed on an 18.
Hey!
So what was your result?
Add a D4.
22.
20.
Well, just got to roll the d4.
Plus the
and
1d4.
have that
That's
result.
21.
More than 20.
I knew how to.
Is it over 20?
28.
Wow.
Did you poke
Fantastic.
his eyeball out?
No,
That's
but you
just
did
a
hit
grapple.
it.
That's probably for the best.
Oh,
I think
you
your mom
grabbed
would.
him. Okay, so
Yeah.
now she's holding on to you.
So now I can just wildly scratch at him.
Yeah, you can wildly stab at him. I'll just say that you managed to do another 5 points of damage to him. Sure.
Just like your mother.
Oh, God.
I don't need to know these things.
I'd lean over to Iller. I'd be like, "Have you slept with Kayleth's mom too?"
Who's Kayleth's mom?
I have no idea. I just found out.
Then that's your answer.
I mean, it's not really because I think her list is kind of long. No judgment.
So many partners.
I suspect that Kayleth's mother remains on Evermeet most of the time. I have not been back there in many, many years.
It does not sound like a place. It's very stuffy.
Oh.
Okay. Tsetseliya, I'm going to need you to make some kind of charisma check. Whatever skill you think would be appropriate. Could be performance, could be deception, could be persuasion. I don't care. One of those.
Why? Because I'm just shooting my mouth off?
Yes, and then I will describe what happens.
Okay. Well, if it's one of those things, it's a 26.
Okay, with a 26, Ed, is she distracting Aravan? I mean, that's a really good result.
That is a very good result. I mean, for a normal person, it would be automatic. They'd be completely distracted. This particular one who's acting as a second and who knows the older people very well, it'd be like, that's just what she's watching for. But I would say yes. I would say just distracting. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we're going to say that keeps him from fighting defensively, so you don't have to attack with disadvantage this time.
Oh, thank goodness. Am I still grappling him?
Yes?
Well, unless you let go, we're grappled.
Unless he tried to escape, but no, he was distracted by somebody shit talking over there.
I didn't try to escape.
Yeah, okay.
For years, I've wanted to get closer to my daughter, and now we're close. I'm not pulling away yet. There's this little blade that's,
We're just kind of twisting around.
Yeah.
And Kayleth's like, stay still.
There's a cloud with every silvery lining.
What's a little murdered among family?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Just out of curiosity, have I noticed that my shit talking has distracted him?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, cool.
Okay.
So do I still need to roll attack roll?
Yep.
Yeah. You still
it's
have
not
to
an
attack.
automatic. Not
25.
automatic.
You have to want to attack me.
25. Does that want it enough?
It does hit him.
All right.
Or well, it makes him twist like a lot, like he's using extra energy to get out of the way.
Just 5.
Does anyone else want to do anything?
Well, I feel like Artemisia is going to come and see if she can bolster Tsetseliya in the distraction.
Oh, okay. How would you like to add to it? Go ahead and roll your charisma check. Tell me what you're talking
Okay.
about.
Oh, nice. Okay. So we'll say performance.
Mhm.
So that would be a 23 performance.
And what are you doing?
Are you telling a story about elves? Are you telling a story about your homeland? Are you telling a story about maybe something your father told you about your mother?
No, I think what she's going to do is that she noticed the look between her and Tsetseliya, and so she's going to come to Ilra and be like, so is there a family resemblance here? He seemed to notice one, but obviously I can't judge. But like, do we look a lot alike? I thought we didn't look like very much alike at all. But you know, sisters.
You were like, what?
Yeah, it's like, well, first of all, it's like Tsetseliya tagged you in a shit post. She's like, get over here.
Hey, we're talking about how boring Evermeet probably is.
And you jumped immediately into there. And you're like, and you come over and ask Ilra that. And Ilra says, yes, I think so. You share the same mother, do you not?
Yes, but I
Mhm.
didn't know that it was obvious.
Oh, well, Aravan is very perceptive. I
You got a little more
thought that you might be
dad on you.
related when I saw you. But it was not until you told me that you were sisters that I knew that you were that closely related. Okay, Kayleth, make another attack. Aravan, still distracted. This is a very interesting conversation they're having.
Yeah, it is.
Another 25.
Oh, you did 5 more damage to him.
How much does she have to do?
How many times do I have to hit?
Yeah, I think she just had to
I
kill him.
look down and I say,
3 more
"Oh,
times. 3 more
my
times would be a success.
Did Sturridge hear Ilra talk about her brother that she lost?
Yeah, I think so.
He's going to ask her by way of distracting Aravan.
Tag in.
Yeah, did this Aravan, was he responsible for your brother's demise directly or indirectly?
This Aravan?
This Aravan?
No.
No.
Is there another Aravan?
Well, Aravan Lesera, the elven god of trickery and mischief, of course.
Hmm.
This
What?
is
What?
Rosh
Right,
Hashanah
another-
is
another
three
attack
gods,
time?
and that's enough.
He is my distant second favorite.
Yeah, roll,
Aravan.
Emily.
Um,
Rolling another attack.
I'll
attack
do it.
me,
We're still
come
on.
at me."
We're still on test 1 here.
All right, Steven has another question, but
Sturridge is going to imitate Kayleth's voice in his. He has actually using his actor skill to
Mhm.
to say something that will be distracting, like. Well, my father taught me how to fight, so if I'm not doing well now, he can only blame himself. And
That's not going to distract him. He's going to go,
that's fair.
What's distracting is how perfectly he imitates her, because he has advantage and
All right.
expertise. So let's
Go ahead and roll for it.
rolling.
Emily, did you roll to attack him again?
I did.
21.
Same. Actually, that was the same as I got. 21.
Okay. Yeah. So Emily, you hit 21. Aravan is maybe a little distracted by that because you're not especially aware of humans, even with magic, doing that good a job.
yes, if you're going to cut my nipple off, get them both. It looks funny when you only have one.
It's asymmetrical. It's just very
Yes.
strange.
Yes.
Asymmetrical is cool.
Your-
They're young these days.
In your little wrestling match, have you started flying?
Hmm.
Kayleth
have
has
you-
not.
And Aravan has not. He's keeping this on the ground.
Okay.
Could fly, couldn't he? Did you want him to? He was trying to be nice. Instead of doing
This is nice. This is nice.
Well, his sword is, turning around near him, right? He's only occasionally holding it to swing through another chorus of that song. All right. So, do you ask more questions?
Anybody? Come on.
Well,
Adventures.
Smack talk.
You're continuing the smack talk. Make another roll.
Have you managed to rise
It's a distract
above
talk for the record.
Yeah.
Well, that one's not. That one is a 15.
All right. So Aravan seems to be kind of tuning you out at this point.
I'm going, look at this! Look at this part right here, Artemisia. Look, like this part, we look exactly alike. You just have like a littler funnier face than me. And this is not.
Aaron, you want to describe what Tsetseliya looks like since you didn't do that before?
I didn't do it before.
Yeah.
Nice setup.
Tsetseliya is a half-elf. She has long black hair, which is not well combed. She is probably wearing the dress she was wearing when they fought the Twilight Knight, or the sort of dress armor combination. It's not. She definitely does not. Yeah, she dances a bit like she pulled things randomly out of her closet, partly because it drives her sister crazy, and partly because she just. She has a painted wooden mask. I think she's probably wearing it like ready to pull down, because it is intimidating, and it's not because it makes her feel safer.
Yes, Aaron, you do recognize that as a Rashemi witch McLaren mask.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Probably, I think she looks a little like Artemisia, but she definitely has sort of stronger features. She has a more prominent nose and higher cheekbones, and well, maybe not. Artemisia has some killer cheekbones. So
that's true.
Probably Tsetseliya always thought she had killer cheekbones, and then she met Artemisia. And now she's like, cheekbones aren't
like,
wait till we meet mom.
Who cares about mom?
My cheekbones deal slashing damage.
Yes, I remember that.
Here's the thing I will say with no intent. If Artemisia says something like that, Tsetseliya would be like, "Oh, who cares about mom?" Because she, you dump your kids, you don't count anymore. And I don't know what Aravan thinks about that.
Let us not be unwise, or in your case, more unwise than strictly necessary.
Are you saying this while you're wrestling with Kayleth?
He's distracted Kayleth now.
No!
Get him in the jugular!
The shield is down. Strike the MPCP now.
20 hits.
Is that the last hit?
No.
Beauregard's like, this reminds me of the acolyte training at the temple.
If at first you don't succeed,
you're like,
stab again.
It's like right there in front of his eye, and then he like twists your arm back around. You're having this really excellent martial wrestling match.
Now he's going to fly.
Okay. He takes off into the air. Kayleth, do you go with him?
Well, she's kind of hanging on to him.
Yeah, you're kind of
she's grappled. Yeah,
you're kind of grappling each other.
Yeah, like is she hampering his wings in any way?
Well, you weren't, but you can try.
Okay.
The only way you can hamper them is with your own.
Yeah, so she's gonna try and like wrap them around or just like get in the way so they can't flap fully.
Okay. Make an attack roll. This will be a little easier because, I mean, it's not a direct attack.
13.
It's not that much easier.
You're adding the die 4 to your roll.
So you're flapping kind of crazily, but you lift off up into the air a little bit.
Does that mean it's harder for him to get away from me because he has to like fly and I'm just hanging there?
Unclear. He hasn't tried to get it. He hasn't tried to get away from you.
Yeah.
Okay. Illyra turns to Tsetseliya, looking a little troubled, and she says, "You have serious problems with your mother. Is that true?"
Well, why
What
shouldn't we?
mother?
We never knew her. She
Hmm.
left us behind.
I mean, I knew her for like a minute, but
Yeah, my mother died giving birth to me, so I can't really relate, I suppose. It
that's
would have
very
been nice to
sad.
have a mother, I guess. Anyway,
Well, we
they're still
didn't.
fighting.
So
There we go. We can relate on that score.
Hmm.
But at least your mom didn't do it on purpose.
And at that moment, Erevan says, "Done," and holds his wings and drops to the floor.
You let go of him, Kayleth?
Holding on.
Ah, all right. Pulls you down, you land there as well.
You have passed the test.
Yay.
I am impressed. Little.
You should be.
Yes,
This is
Yes.
an awful knife.
it is. I'll have it back now
Why do you want it back if it's awful?
to remind me of you.
Aww.
There you go.
Ilra says, I'm not sure that was a compliment. Why do you want it back if it's awful to remind me of you?
Yeah,
Ruin the
that just goes
Laura.
right over Kayla's head.
Sorry, I'm a natural
Nothing goes over my head.
natural killjoy. Anyway. Okay. Ilra says, wow, that was fantastic. Do you plan to do the test of magic immediately?
I see no reason to delay.
I see no reason either.
It will give us more time for the final mystery test. True
Can't
test.
wait.
Oh, well.
You spent
We
a great
mustn't keep a
deal.
lady waiting.
You spent a great deal of time on that test of swordplay, Erevan. If we were to make our appointment this afternoon, you should make this test of magic very quick.
I will. Stand back, everyone. Again, this test will stop instantly and only when I say done. I will require a table. Just a little one.
For what purpose? Ilra says. I have many tables for many purposes.
Like you would put a large flower arrangement.
Ah, perfect. Claps. A couple of servants come in. She gives them direction. They bring you a table. Put it in
And
the
a saw.
And Erevan turns his back, and when he turns back to you, out of his sleeve or something has come gold coins. About 20 of them. And he just goes whoosh, and they stand up in a stack. And then he whirls away from you again, whirls back, and there's a spell scroll. He tells you it's a spell scroll. A scroll done up with a ribbon, and he places it so there are two stacks. Gold coins and the spell scroll.
Standing on end.
Yes.
Okay.
Which one of these would you care to have? And tell me why.
How is this a magic test?
Hmm.
I make the test. Do you want the magic or do you want the coins? And why?
I want to cast Detect Magic. See if there's anything funny about either of them.
Okay.
There's magic on the scroll. There's no magic on the coins.
The coins are just 20 gold lions, or are they minted from some other mint?
20 gold lines.
Okay. This is the Cormyrean mint that is very common in Westgate.
It also serves as our channel point.
Yep. That's right.
Bing!
Ilra leans to Tsetseliya and says, oh, I didn't think the second test would be quite this exacting.
Also,
Going on.
tell me, if a stranger with my abilities attacked you now, telling you as he or she did so that your death is their goal, what spells would you use to defend yourself? And why?
Vampire touch.
Kayleth
Which spells
does
that
love,
you'll admit to.
so Ilra says, Kayleth does love magic, but she does love coin as well.
What's the point of this? Is it You just have to say magic?
He's testing her judgment.
Okay, but it seems like it's got to be a trick.
Of course it's got to be a trick. His name's
Oh.
Aravan.
Everything's a
Okay.
trick, my dear.
I don't know why you keep talking to me.
Take the coin and buy a body. I'll take the coin and buy a bodyguard who will kill anyone who tries to attack me.
Laura says, because I like you, Tsetseliya.
Oh, I meant Aravan. Aravan keeps coming over here and interjecting in our conversation.
Oh, I think
Yes.
he likes you as well.
Yeah,
Well, more
I
fun.
do. You remind me of someone. Done. We are done.
Hmm.
You passed the test.
What was that?
The test was, do you rely on your magic? Do you care about more worldly things? Or do you know how to use worldly tools and levers to do things so you don't have to waste magic on them, so you have the magic for when you really need it?
Hmm.
Cool.
Yeah,
Those who get that last one have grown up. She's grown up. Test passed.
Mm.
Oh,
Now for the
oh.
final test. I'm gonna need some good food and wine. I will pay
Well, we do serve those downstairs, or there are even higher thought of establishments here in Westgate.
yours will do fine.
Yeah, very well.
She
I
has
just
this.
need
She has this pineapple drink that's really, really good.
Is that scroll still there?
Sturridge, stop it.
He hasn't removed the things from the table, as far as I know.
Because I would have
Coin
gone
is still
for a
there
scroll.
too.
Coins.
Okay.
Are you trying for the table?
No. I'm just waiting for you to get busy.
No. What's on the table belongs to my daughter.
Well,
Then I'll just take it for her, you know. Just keep it safe for her.
Take some of it for the rent.
All right.
She's like, I just need a
Artemisia
little
wouldn't do
fix.
that.
I just need a little.
You go.
Every kid who leaves home needs money.
Illyra says,
Right.
I assume that you're going to want to speak in private. Yes.
Yes.
Perhaps you would like the elevated seat.
Thank you.
Mirren recently installed this, and it is very interesting. So she shows you to another room up on the upper story. And in this room is a platform set on a floating stone that starts floating up off the ground or off the floor. She tells you the command word to make that happen.
Nice.
She says, yeah, so she broke off a piece of her own earth mote to put in the purple lady.
I am impressed. Elegant.
Yes, my wife is very talented.
Mm,
Anyway, I shall leave you to your third test.
right.
As Kayleth goes by, I'm going to lean in and be like, where are we on the hex?
And Aravan whirls around and goes over to Artemisia.
All right, so Tsetseliya and Kayleth are off talking, and Aravan comes over to Artemisia.
And he says to Artemisia, you remind me of someone. And now that I've seen you and your sister, I think I know who. I believe I knew your mother rather well.
In what way?
Oh, all the usual ways.
And some of the unusual ones.
Could you tell me her name?
Have you ever heard of Skaha, the Spear Witch?
No.
We had adventures together. Is she your mother?
I do not know.
Durthan? A Lythari? No? Well, perhaps I'm mistaken, but I don't think so. And he turns and walks away,
Oh.
heading for Kayleth.
Oh man.
There's a single table on that platform set with food.
All right, Kayleth is gonna go over and join her dad on the platform.
And I use the command word, and up it goes.
All right. You are now floating some 20 or 30 feet above the purple lady.
Mm.
So what's this last test?
So, this is my treat. Wine and dine. So, here's the test. It's time to be honest with each other. I know I have been what you would consider a complete dung heap of father, and you would be right in that judgment. I have spent centuries honing my skills as an utter prick, and I'm afraid I didn't hone my skills turning that off with family. So I need to know what's wrong. What are you really worried about? Time to open up. Dare you do that with me? This is the third test.
Oh, the hardest test of all.
Family.
Why did you-
is that wine?
Why did you leave your studies behind? Where do you see yourself 10 summers from now? The test is telling truth, dropping defenses. How honest do you dare to be with me?
This is a very parental discussion.
How full is that wine?
Very
There's
full.
tons of it, and we can get more.
Gonna knock back a few first. I did something bad.
Ah, so did I. Many things. Could you be a bit more specific?
I got someone killed.
Were you doing it carelessly, deliberately?
Carelessly. It wasn't on purpose. I wouldn't kill someone on purpose unless they deserved
Fair.
Fair.
That's my daughter.
Unless they deserved it or I really felt like it.
And does this upset you? Still.
it. Well, yes. They were my friend. I killed them. Even if I didn't mean to. And it's my fault. And I mean, I burned down half the library too, which
You burned down a library.
well, only half, only part. But it was an accident. I just
Kayleth, most of life is an accident. You have to learn how to finesse the accidents to achieve things you like or that are beneficial to your world, to your career, to your path ahead. So, can you bring this person back to life?
maybe
Do you want to?
yes,
Will that set things straight?
maybe.
Then perhaps you should start working on that. Or you could do the let's learn something from this, move on and kill the next person. I mean, you're an adventurer. Adventurers go around slaughtering people. Mayhem, death,
But on
and
purpose
destruction.
this time.
Yes. Yeah, well, it works out better if you kill the people you intend to. It always works out better that way because then you get to remake the world the way you want it. You eliminate the people who are utter dicks and should not draw breath an instant longer, and therefore you help the ones you want to remain, the few survivors. And we live long, you and I. We will have plenty of time to winnow the ranks of the undesirable. Your friends, those below. You
They're-
desire them, so you would keep them
Yes.
and kill everyone else. I mean, Westgate has no shortage of people you should kill. Well, perhaps not our
Maybe
hosts.
okay, maybe not everyone else.
Oh, so you're going to be discriminate in your slaves.
Well, yes, you can't go around indiscriminately killing people. That's just mass murder.
Good, good.
Sure.
We have a scale of values. This is a good beginning.
The more you know.
This sounds so good. Highly creditable for an adventure. Yes, yes. And where do you see yourself in 10 years? Let's get to the. Where are you heading towards? Or are you just drifting from one murder to the next, one library burning to the next? Urban renewal. It's some people like it.
I really don't know right now. I wanted to.
I mean, that Flash Cube building, it's got to go.
I mean, you and Mom, I wanted to just be a blade singer like you and make you
Like
proud.
me? You want to be a prick like me?
But a powerful one.
A powerful prick. Yeah, okay. That's how we usually define rulers. But okay. Do you want to rule anyone? Or?
I don't know anymore. Thought I
That's
did,
good.
but I don't know.
That's fine.
Not sure what I want right now. So
And at last you are being truly honest. Well, you have impressed me. You have achieved far more than I had at your age. I salute you. You passed the test.
Aw.
Now, you might want to drink all the rest of that wine at one go, and I'll get some more.
yeah, I do.
Now, if you were, I'm going to be sexist here, if you were male, you would pour it all through your nose. But I understand that you females actually like to taste what you're drinking. So,
Okay. So, are you done with your third test chat?
I am done with the third test chat,
Alright.
unless Kayleth wants to say anything else. She hasn't had a chance yet. I've been doing all the talking because I'm an overbearing prick. And her father.
Yes, thanks.
Anything else, Kayleth? Oh,
Thanks,
sorry.
Dad. I'll write home more often. I'll try to remember to write home more often.
You don't have to tell us what's going on. You just have to tell us you're still alive. And tell us if you need money, because I'm sure you do.
He does.
All children do. And then he says, "You'll have to excuse me while I do something gross and male." And he pulls his boots up. And then he lifts the soles and he pulls gems out of the inside hollow heels. And then he hands them to you.
There you go.
Spend them wisely, like, in an afternoon.
Not all at once, but like over an hour. Yeah.
You might want to make rent. Makes you more popular.
All right. So, father and daughter are having their discussion. No one else can hear, so you're like, "Oh, what terrible thing is happening?"
He's taking his boots off. Oh my God, it's serious.
And Illyra says, "Oh, he just took his boot off. They might be up there for a while." Well, I mean, I do have reservations to go see a play. Would any of you like to accompany me?
Yes, I would. I hear you have something to discuss with me anyway.
I need
That's
to
right,
talk
I
to my
do.
sister urgently, like right now.
Very well.
So,
What happened?
She holds out her arm. Come along, Sturridge. Rogar, I do believe we set aside a cask of that beer that you like.
Oh, the pineapple. Oh,
I had it delivered to your room.
oh, thank you. So I feel like I've been putting off too long. I need to go find out what happened to Shadowbane. Why? he
And
did
I
off his-
believe there's a letter for you as well. You should check that out. Maybe
Okay.
drink some of the beer first, though.
Okay. I'll go. Well, just go. 1 cup won't hurt. I'll just go have 1 cup.
All right, so Illyra and Sturridge head off to their thing, and we're gonna end on Artemisia and Tsetseliya talking. So, go ahead.
Okay, the thing I said about your cheekbones, I was just trying to distract Erevan. You don't have to be mad about it.
No, he knew our mother. He said he said and Artemisia would remember the name. I missed it, but whatever.
Do I give it again?
Yeah.
Or not?
Well,
Skaha,
yeah,
the Spear Witch.
Skaha,
You
the
remember
Spear
the
Witch.
Spear Witch?
Yes.
Yes.
I do, and also the Lythari part. No, I know what that means. Artemisia not.
Yeah, that's a good question. Oh no, wait. Does
I don't think
know?
either of you know what that means.
No.
There was another word.
There was another word.
What was the other word? I know, but I wasn't there.
Oh, it was definitely Durthan.
Durthan. Okay.
I'm sorry. What?
And that's all the time we have for tonight.
Skaha. Oh, she was great.
So, thank you.
Terrible.
Thank you to Ed. Thank you to my players. You did such a great job there, Ed. I think that was a great effort at having a guest player. I think it went awesome.
Everybody else is gonna have to live up to this.
Thank you, audience, for sticking with us through this fun experiment. And
typecasting, I hate that.
And tune in next week, and we will see more of the development between the sisters with this new clue. We'll hear about what Illyra wants Sturridge to do. We'll see what's included in that letter that Rogar has received, and maybe learn about the fates of certain other characters that haven't appeared for a while. Thanks again to Ed. Take it away.
Putting up with me. I mean, I was rude to everybody. I'm very sorry. My character was rude to him.
He was rude because I'm
no, but you were
made his character that way.
It's a mellifluous rudeness that is a pleasure to endure.
Listen, as someone who is rude every week as in character, we don't hold it against you.
Thank
At least
you.
I don't know about the rest of you.
All right, let's
Emily, don't kill me.
Let's do our outro, and we'll go with Aaron. So take it away.
I do real quick want to say thank you to Anna Fott, who does our character art, because she made Erevan's portrait very quickly, and it looks great. I think we have her Twitch stream down as one you guys can watch. You can go check out her coloring in the picture from earlier this week. Thank you again, too, to our sponsors, Idle Champions of Forgotten Realms. Check them out, idlechampions.com.
Thank you to our moderators tonight. That was Seldarine and Shay.
Thanks to Yang Yang for running the tech tonight. Good job.
Thank you.
Run, Tech, run.
Thank you to all of you viewers for watching us.
And the adventure continues over on our website. You can find player, character bios, NPC profiles, a lot of cool bonus content. Also, as Eric mentioned earlier, look for the interview with Ed, which we will be posting throughout the week between now and our next episode. So,
you guys are fun.
Dungeonscrawlers.com. Yeah.
Thanks,
You're
Ed.
awesome, Ed.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you, audience.
Thank you.
Have a good night, everyone.
Okay.